the Michael Rosen Rap. You may think I'm happy, you may think I'm sad, you may think I'm crazy, you may think I'm mad, but hang on to your seats and listen right here. I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn your ear. A hip hop hap. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen Rap. I was born on the 7th of May. I remember very well that awful day. I was in my mother, curled up tight, though I have to say it was as dark as night. Nothing to do, didn't want to breathe. I was so happy, didn't want to leave. Then I hear some people give a shout, one push Mrs. Rosen and he'll be out. I'm telling you, that was a puzzle to me. I shouted out, how'd you know I'm a he? Doctor shouted, good Lord, he can talk. I popped out my headset, now watch me walk. I juked and jived around that room, balam bam boola, balam da diddy boom, a hip hop hap. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen Rap. When I was 1, I swam the English Channel. When I was 2, I ate a soapy flannel. When I was 3, I started getting thinner. When I was 4, I ate the dog's dinner. When I was 5, I was in a band playing drums. When I was 6, I ate a bag of plums. When I was 7, I robbed a bank with my sister. When I was 8, I became Prime Minister. When I was 9, I closed all the schools. When I was 10, they made me King of the Fools. So that's what I am, that's what I be, with an M, with an I, with a K, with an E. That's what I am, that's what I be, Mr. Mike, Mr. Michael, Mr. Rosen, Mr. Me, a hip hop hap. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen Rap. The outing. Right, class 6. Right, class 6. I'm talking, I want complete quiet, and that includes you, David Alexander. Yes, you. No need to turn around, David. There aren't any other David Alexanders here, are there? Louise, it isn't absolutely necessary for your watch to play us London's Burning just now, is it? Right. As you know, it was our plan to go out today to the Science Museum. Now, I had hoped that it wouldn't be necessary for me to tell you, yes, you as well, Abdul, you're in class 6 as well, aren't you? I saw that, Mark, I saw that, anymore, and you'll be out. No trip, nothing. I had hoped that it wouldn't be necessary for me to tell you how to behave when we go on a trip, but, and this is a big but, you haven't heard a word I've said, have you, Donna? This is a big but. I have to tell you how to behave, don't I? Why? Yes, it is because you never listen, but there's another reason, isn't there? Yes, Warren, because of what happened last time. Let's remind ourselves of a few things, shall we? The food, even as I speak. Would you believe it? I can see that Fan has opened her can of drink. I don't believe it, I really don't. Do we have lunch at 9:30 at school? No, we have lunch at 12:15, but Fan, you've already begun yours. If you remember last time, Joanna had eaten all her sandwiches before she even got to school. Lloyd sat on his orange and burst it, and Alfred put one of those little chocolate Swiss rolls in his pocket, and yes, it melted. Yes. So remember, lunch is when? Yes. Of course, lunch is at lunchtime, but when? 12:15. Correct. Now, perhaps, I thought, when I got up this morning, I won't have to tell class 6 about what to do when we get to the station. But then I remembered David's little gang, who decided they wouldn't wait for me to tell them what train to get on. And before we all knew it, David and his little gang were heading for the seaside on their own. Now, when we get to the museum, of course you're not listening, are you, Lydia? But then of course you didn't listen last time, did you? And then you wondered why you sat on Lloyd's orange after Lloyd had already sat on it once. When we get to the museum, do we run about the corridors? Do we run around screaming? Do we go sliding on the shiny floors? No, we don't. No, we don't. No, thank you, Mervyn. That's enough. I'm very glad you've got jam in your sandwiches, Mervyn. We're all glad you've got jam in your sandwiches, Mervyn, but what's it got to do with sliding on the floor of the Science Museum? Precisely nothing. I'm very sorry, Mervyn, but nobody at all wants to know about the jam in your sandwiches, Mervyn. Now, when you're ready, when you're quiet, we'll all go. That doesn't mean leaping up in the air, does it, Karen? Louise, why is your watch now playing for He's a Jolly Good Fellow? Yes, I know it could be she's a jolly good fellow, Zoe, but that isn't what we're talking about now, is it? Mervyn, if I hear about your sandwiches, your jam, or the jam in your sandwiches, if I hear about any of it once more, I shall give them to the ducks. Yes, John, what do you want? I don't know what ducks, John. Any ducks. Right, when there's complete quiet, you'll find your partners and stand by the door. Oh no, not another one of those little chocolate Swiss rolls again, Alfred. Surely not. Marcia, you cannot have Charmaine and Donna as your partner because that makes 3, and 3 doesn't mean partner, does it? And perhaps you could put your comb in your bag for at least 3 seconds, just giving us enough time to get to the door. Right, okay then, Class X, we're off. Why not leave your watch behind, Louise? No one in. Sometimes you come home and there's no one in. There are no lights on, no food ready, no telly, no one laughing, no jokes, just you on your own. That's when my brain starts doing things, you know, murderers and mad dog stuff. I'll tell you what I do. When I open the door, I shove it really hard and fast, and it bangs against the wall really loud, so if he's hiding behind the door, he'll get it right on the nose. I never have got him. I'll tell you what did happen. The door handle made a great big hole in the wall. Presents. I gave my mum and dad all kinds of Christmas presents. I used to go round the shops for hours looking at razors, key rings, clothes brushes, bath salts, chocolate gingers. Once I thought I'd made a breakthrough. I was at Salmon's the Ironmonger's, and there they were. 2 jug things. They were both made of glass, except for the tops. One was a milk jug and it had a bright green plastic top, and there was a little lever on it, and when you pulled the lever, a little door slid open and you poured your milk out through the little door. The other jug was for sugar. This one had a bright green plastic top as well, but this one was a kind of funnel so you could pour the sugar out. But it wasn't any kind of funnel. It was special. It had a little gadget inside the funnel, so you only poured out 1 teaspoonful at a time. Magic. So I bought these wonderful things and I gave them to my mum and dad for Christmas. They said they were very nice. They were very pleased. And for a week or so after Christmas, they were always on the table. If anyone wanted any milk or sugar, I'd say, "Can I do it for you? Do you want milk in your tea? Let me do it." And I rushed to pick up the jug, pulled back the lever, and the milk poured out of the trap door. Sugar? And I picked up the sugar jug, tipped it up to pour out the magic 1 teaspoonful. Another spoonful, anyone? Shh. And I poured out the second one. Anyone else? I became the milk and sugar king. I had to be the milk and sugar driver. All week I was pouring for everyone. Breakfast, dinner, tea. After a week or 2, I noticed that the milk bottle was getting back onto the table. No jug. I noticed the sugar bowl and the boring old spoon were getting back onto the table. No sugar jug. You see, someone had to fill those 2 jugs. So I said, "I'll do it. I'll get the new jug. Hey, yeah, I'll get the sugar thing if you want. Okay, yeah." So I poured the milk and the sugar into the jugs and put them onto the table. The only trouble was they'd got their milk and sugar by then. They didn't need me to drive their milk and sugar for them. My reign as the milk and sugar king was over. I was beaten by the bottle and the bowl. My bright green plastic topped jugs went up on top of the kitchen cupboard with the jam jars without lids. We left them there when we moved from that house. They're probably still there. Quiet, please. No need to shout. No need to yell. No need to have a riot. Shut your eyes. Take a deep breath. Oh, you've gone all quiet. Toenails. More and more people in Britain today are using toenails. Smart and smooth, they grow on all 5 toes of each foot. We spoke to Jack Davis of Hackney. Yeah, I like toenails. I've got 10 of them. Big ones for the big toes and little ones for the little toes. They're great. Be like Jack. Be smart. Grow toenails. Now, it would be great if you subscribed. That is, you become a subscriber. Look out for the subscribe button. What happens, you see, is that I make new vids every few months, and then I post them up 1 a week for a while. So if you subscribe, you get to see the new ones just as they come hot off the press. Eeeew.